Chrissie Swan Show.
All right, here we are. We're alive. Look, I'm barely alive. I'm being fueled by day and night cold and flu relief. And today I've really spread my wings and I've got my Priceline Pharmacy decongestant nasal spray. I've never used one before, but apparently they're amazing.
Have you felt a difference yet?
Oh, well, I think so. Do I look like alive?
You look alive, and you
Yeah.
don't sound as sick as you did yesterday. Not that you sounded sick, but do you know what I mean?
I've
You're
got
improved.
a great update for you, by the way. I'm
On
going to
what?
hand this over to you.
Oh, right now?
Yep, right now.
What is it?
I haven't warned you. I haven't told you.
Oh, it's the T-shirt I gave you on Monday.
Now, on Monday, you gave me a T-shirt
Tuesday.
that you were ready to throw out. It cost you $400. You were ready to throw it out. And there was stains all over. There were 11 stains.
I thought there were only 2, but
There
you
were
counted
11. Please inspect my
Wow!
handiwork.
You did it!
It is completely fresh and new, just like you've purchased it.
How did you do that?
I can never
I
tell.
was about to swear. I'm so excited.
I know. How gorgeous, because I know that you love that T-shirt too, and I was so thrilled when I got it out of the washing machine because I put some potions and thyme and kept on checking and changing.
Wow.
Then eventually it went into the washing machine.
Smells heaven too.
It does smell heaven. And when it came out and there was no stains on it, I nearly wept.
You are a good bish. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Help end avoidable blindness in First Nations people. Pick up a pair of Specsavers new limited edition frames and they'll donate $25 to the Fred Hollows Foundation. Chrissie Swan's Fred's Big Run.
Yes.
Supported by Specsavers.
Yes, supported by Specsavers. For the third year running, I have taken on the challenge of walking 300 kilometres in order to raise money for the Fred Hollows Foundation, which saves people from avoidable blindness, which is the most miraculous thing. I started strong. on the 1st of August. I did 17 kilometres, and I backed that up with 18 kilometres the next day.
Yeah, that was insane.
Then I got very busy, and I think three-quarters of the way through, I thought, I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't have the time to walk 10, 12, 15 kilometres every day.
No.
Last check, I had 9 kilometres to go to hit the 300 kilometre mark.
Which, for you, I know you, that's not a lot of walking for you. Like,
Well,
you can do that.
I'm thrilled to tell you that as of 11 past 2 on Thursday, the 31st of October, I've just clocked off 11 kilometres.
Yes!
So I've hit my targets!
Go Swanee!
I've actually overshot the target by a couple of kilometres and I did it! Now this is a very exciting... If that's brought a smile to your face and you've thought, good on you, Swanee, who would have thunk it that you could walk so far? Well, I did it. And if you want to throw some dollars to the Fred Hollows Foundation, this is the day to do it. A, because I've achieved my goal, and B, because it's double donation day, which means that if you've got $5 in your ashtray in your car and you give it to the Fred Hollows Foundation, it will double. $10 will go there. If you've got $50, $100, and so on and so on. I don't need to tell you how this works.
Now, at the start of the month, Swanee, we spoke to the lovely Kathy at Specsavers who kicked you off with $50,000.
Yes, she did. Hello,
Let's
Kathy.
check back in with Kath. Hey,
Hi,
Kathy.
Kath.
Hey guys, how you doing? Chrissie, that is an amazing achievement.
Can
to
you
have gotten
believe
over the
I
line.
did it? Can you believe I did it? And you know what I'm going to do? When I was out walking this morning and I clicked over the 300, I was like, what is this feeling? And I think I'm proud of myself. I'm very rarely proud of myself, but I think it was a feeling of pride. But my toenails are stuffed and I'm going to shout myself a pedicure.
Oh, well, and you should.
Yes.
Well, I have to say, you have absolutely put me to shame. I a bit like you thought, yes, I'm going to start out strong, and I kind of went down a little bit from there, and I got absolutely nowhere near your 300, let alone my 50 that I
Yes,
had
but
tried
you
to do,
didn't
so.
tell an entire nation that you were going to do it, Kathy.
This is true. I was thinking while I was listening to you, I'm like, oh, if you've got 9K to go, I'm like, ooh, and it's double day.
Yeah.
Maybe I do, some of it and you do some of it. We do 4.5 each and I double your walking.
Oh, smashed it,
but you
Kath.
smashed it
No
already.
need.
No.
No need, yeah.
Now, Kathy, you're going to help us beef this sort of donation pool Swanee has built up a little bit, I hear.
Yeah, absolutely. So I saw that you're you're just sitting just shy of that 75 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to help you on this 31st of August with another $25,000 donation.
Amazing. And Kathy, given it's double donation day, does that mean Specsavers will double that 25 grand?
And the fact that Chrissie hit her 300 mark, I think we absolutely have to double that. So let's do it, 50,000.
Oh, my God, Kath, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Specsavers. That's incredible.
You're so welcome. It's for such a great cause. As say, Fred Hollows Foundation are our partner as well, and this money goes such a long way and has such an impact on people's lives. So
absolutely,
the
work is extraordinary, and the real impact on people's everyday lives is extraordinary. Thank you, Kathy.
Absolutely, and it's not too late to donate. Go to the link in our Instagram at The Chrissie Swan Show. It's in our bio. Donate there.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Who doesn't love paying less for their favourite beauty brands? Love paying less for glowing skin or love paying less for feeling better? Find great prices on everything you love only at Priceline Pharmacy.
Shop in store or online at priceline.com.au. The Chrissie Swan Show.
The great Kate Winslet. Now, did you ever see Titanic, the movie?
Yeah, probably one of the first films I ever did see.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
I didn't like it. And It was a
Really?
very unpopular opinion then. And it's probably still an unpopular opinion now. I just thought it was cheesy and weird, despite being totally in love with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet.
Right.
I just thought it was corny and weird.
I haven't watched it for years, and I think a big reason of why I loved it is we were quite young watching it, so it felt like a grown-up movie. So there was that cool element.
Yeah, you must have been like 2.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Were you even born?
No, I was 6, like when I first watched it.
Yeah,
with
right,
my cousins.
Okay. Yeah, you weren't even...
No.
When it came out. Well, we finally got some closure on that stupid scene at the very end when Rose is languishing on the door and Jack, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, sinks into the unknown because he couldn't fit on the door. And even when I was watching it then, I was like, he could very easily just cling to that
Swim
door.
over, mate.
Very, very easily. This is what Kate had to say.
Yeah, I think you probably could have gotten on the door. I mean, I live with this. I'd like to know actually what happened to the door because I think I've had to talk about it the most.
Yes, she's asked about it all the time, and that's the definitive answer because it's from Kate Winslet, who played Rose. Jack absolutely could have fitted on that door. Now, this brings me to my next announcement for you, Jack.
What?
Kate Winslet is one of my queens.
Okay.
And you've been begging me for this list.
Yeah, because for the last week, these queens, they come up on the show.
Well, it's the last few months, actually.
Yeah, and we wonder whether they're on the list or not, and you throw out, I'm not sure, yeah, I think she might be, I think she might not be. So I'm glad that, can we finally consolidate this list?
I've got the finalists, yes. My queens. I've got it down to 5 because that's the number you said.
Yeah, because I feel like 10's too generous. I think we need 5 crisp queens. Given there's one queen in the world, well, there was.
Yes.
I don't think you can have more than 5. We're pushing it.
I've got 5 and I'm happy with them.
Okay, so number 1 is obviously Kate Winslet.
This is in no order.
No, of course.
They are all the same. But Kate Winslet is definitely one of my queens.
Great. Queen 2.
Drew Barrymore is one of my queens.
I love that.
Yes. Drew Barrymore is absolutely on that list.
Alrighty. Queen 3.
Stevie Nicks is one of my queens. She is absolutely one of my queens. Her solo work, her bonkers Lady Madness. I love her. Oh my God, I've just thought of another one.
Very on brand for you. Okay, queen number 4.
Queen number 4 is Joni Mitchell. Now, I've loved Joni for decades. And of course, she was around long before I was born or around the same time. But if ever I feel anything, it's because of Joni Mitchell. And that, look, fans of Joni Mitchell will hear that snippet of the song and go, why are they playing that? That's fair. It was the only thing we had. It's the least good song.
Yeah, Nova's not got a back catalogue of Joni Mitchell just sitting here, unfortunately.
Why don't you play The River? And then finally, the queen that I talk about the most. Not in first position, but damn close. It is the great Taylor Swift.
If you had to pick one, surely she's number 1. Like, if you could have the top queen and then the 4 underlings, surely Taylor sits above those 4 for you.
Yes, Jack, she does. Yes, she does. She's my queen. I love her so much, and I'll see you soon, Queenie.
People were so thankful you played Bejeweled yesterday as well.
I saw it on Instagram.
Everyone went nuts for it. So I think it could be a single.
I think it will be the single.
We've started a campaign. Hey,
The Chrissie Swan Show. Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name?
Who is it? Chrissie Swan's Who Am I?
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good, Chrissy. How are you?
Oh, you sound like someone who's about to win some cash.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. We've got $500 here for you, Sarah. But every time you get an answer wrong, we're going to have to, we don't want to, but we're going to have to take away $100, okay?
Okay, yep.
Starting with 500. Clue number 1. I work with yesterday's Who Am I? Celebrity Jessica Mauboy.
Guy Sebastian.
great guess, but not Guy.
Unbelievable
Clue number
guess.
2 for $400 cash.
I am a judge on The Voice.
Oh, gosh. Jason Derulo.
Yes! $400 for you, Sarah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Are you watching The Voice? I still think that the episodes where they're turning around in the red chairs is the best thing on television ever in the history of the world.
Yes, we're watching it at the moment. We love it. Yes.
I love it. And then
Great show.
I just stop watching it once the show kicks in.
I know.
I just love the chairs.
The blind auditions are the best part of the show. Don't worry
100%.
about crowning a winner or anything.
No, just do that.
Just do the
over
spinning.
and over
Yeah.
for weeks.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Now, you may have seen some fairly harrowing footage of Ellie Goulding on stage when a pyrotechnic, a firework, exploded right there up in her face.
She was in the middle of this song. Have a listen. Oh
my God, she sounds like the worst karaoke performer at a pub at 2 a.m. in Kalgoorlie.
She does sound a little bit lit.
Play it again. That is the worst live performance I've ever heard, and I've seen Meatloaf. This bit. It's so feeble. It's so feeble. I know that you're an Ellie Goulding stan, but you've got to say that is bad.
No, that's not great. I like her old tunes are good. I mean, she should have been singing this.
Yeah, I love that. But can you imagine how feeble this would sound? Fire. Anyway,
Very airy.
She's taken to social media, as you do, to tell everybody that she's okay. She goes, to those asking, I am okay. The pyro didn't hit me directly in the face. My face is intact. Love you. Thank you.
She's
that
very
looks
lucky.
terrifying.
Yeah, because that could have ended in a not so nice way.
You know what it reminds me of is when you have small children for the first time, you think, like when they turn 2 and 3, that sparklers on their birthday cake is a good idea.
Yeah.
You learn pretty early it's not, because they see that and they go for it, and then they get third-degree burns on their hands, and it's right in their face, not unlike Ellie Goulding.
It reminds you of as a kid. Have your kids done this yet? When you buy a heap of sparklers, you get the 2 lids from the Mount Franklin bottle, and you, with a knife, scrape off all the grey sparkler stuff.
Hey, kids, wait. I don't know where this is going, but don't do this at home.
You sticky tape it together, put a sparkler on it, and then you let a sparkler go down to the bottom and explodes the little bottle cap.
Jack, that's really irresponsible.
Really? It's a bit of fun.
It's 10 to 3.
Go home and try it.
Naughty kids are going to be furiously writing that down. Don't say it again.
It's fun. All right, so go and buy yourselves.
Actually, it was my mum's birthday yesterday, and I've got some spare sparklers. I might be out in the garage doing that later on to try and give myself a bit of a thrill. I'm dying to talk about Charlie's Angels.
Yes.
Because, I mean, any excuse. We see a headline with Charlie's Angels in it. The director, McG, is that his name?
Yeah, McG.
I always thought it was an unusual name, and it still is. He was the director, first-time director. I remember being blown away, and I'm talking about not the original Charlie's Angels, but
the 2000.
The 2000 one with Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz, and my queen, Drew. It was such a great film, and he said he would do another one with that original cast.
Well, because remember they did one recently with, like, Kristen Stewart and
I
stuff.
don't even want to talk about
Neither
that.
do I. But,
I
like,
just wish it had never happened.
Same. How dare they disrespect the franchise when they got it right with those 3 women?
I agree, and let's just pay homage to one of the best soundtracks of all time. Obviously this with the great Destiny's Child, but it just gets better and better. Do yourself a favour, as Molly says, the great Spandau Ballet. Know this.
And this was a scene with your Queen Drew. It's a great scene.
It is such a great scene.
Cameron Diaz dancing.
What? You can't touch this. The great MC Hammer. You can't touch this. Oh my God, I used to love this song so much. School vaccine, sucker. Barracuda, what? Did someone say ha? It is such a great album.
Lucy Liu walking through the school snapping the stick.
I've got goosebumps thinking about it. She is hot as heck.
She is.
The great D-Light. Where have these guys gone? Who knows?
And your favourite, Swanee, I know how much you love Pink.
Actually, I don't mind this song.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, yes, I like this song. This is probably... Look, I don't want to get myself into trouble, but that is a good song.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I'm so excited because we're planning something for Priceline and I've just come up with a great idea and I can't focus on anything but that.
I know you've got the idea
moment.
because you've just been rubbing your boobs.
I know, I've
in a
been rubbing
circular
my
motion.
boobs. I've got to stop that. It is Thursday, but you'd be forgiven for thinking that it's Friday because all we're talking about is the weekend.
That is dead
See what I
right,
did there?
Swanee.
See what I
Great
did there?
segue. The Weeknd is bringing his After Hours Till Dawn tour to Australia this November and December. You need to visit livenation.com.au for tickets and more information. But next, we are dedicating Chrissie's Quizzy to The Weeknd. So if you're a massive fan, and I'm talking like massive, there are
Yes.
some tricky questions in there.
Yes.
Because in that bum bag will be tickets to The Weeknd.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
It's the weekend edition. We're very excited about the weekend coming to our fair shores.
We sure are. And when I say that we've dedicated this quiz to The Weeknd, I'm talking like proper Weeknd fans because your ordinary Joe Blow is not going to know some of these answers. So
No.
I hope our two participants actually love it.
So we need the equivalent of me in the 80s with Wham
Okay.
or Duran Duran. And
I
I
love
could
it.
have told you anything about them. Lauren, are you that level of fan?
Yeah.
Good. Candice, are you that level of fan of The Weeknd?
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, let's see. We're about to find out. It was one of yours.
What a video.
All right. Question number one. What is The Weeknd's birth name?
Lauren.
Lauren?
It's Abel Mackinnon Tesfaye.
Yes.
1 point to you, Lauren. Is his wiki up right now, Lauren?
No, I smell it. Come on.
Come on. Question number two. What was the name of The Weeknd's first album?
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren?
Kissland.
Wow. Okay, you are a fan. Are you feeling nervous now, Candice?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like you're a little bit out of your depth, but there's still one question to go. For the win, Lauren, to get on the board, Candice, The Weeknd recently played Ted Ross in which TV show? Yes, Lauren?
The Idol.
Yeah.
3 for 3. Gosh, you are a massive fan, Lauren, and you are going to see your man The Weeknd.
Thank you so much, guys. That's awesome.
How exciting.
Hey, Lauren, did you enjoy The Idol?
If I'm honest, no.
Chrissy and I really liked it.
We loved it. What's wrong with us, Jack?
I think we're a bit sick.
I think we are.
Global megastar The Weeknd brings the After Hours Till Dawn tour to Australia in November and December this year. Visit livenation.com.au for tickets and info.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
We've all known somebody that looks so pretty like a devil, haven't we?
We sure do, Swan.
Now, this is the segment where there is absolutely no judgment. And I believe that should be applicable for everything that we do. But alas, it's not the case. Here, though, no judgment. You call us up, 13 24 10, and you tell us your most unpopular opinion, your sweeping statement, and it's yours. We're going to celebrate it regardless of whether we agree. You go first, Jack.
Okay, this happened. I witnessed this morning, so it's a very fresh sweeping statement, and I feel extremely passionate about it.
Sure.
Pet owners
Yes.
kissing their dogs on the lips or allowing them to lick them back
Yes.
is repugnant.
Yes.
It is disgusting. It is like lowest of low, and it should not be done.
I know. I've seen this too when people go down and offer their face to their dog and their dog licks their mouth.
It's so rank.
If you could say something to that person who's having their mouth licked by their dog, what would it be?
I would say, hey, Jessica, 1 minute ago when you were outside the coffee shop, I saw your dog go up to that Labrador over there and sniff and lick its butt. And then just right now, Jessica, 30 seconds later, it's come and licked you on the lips. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Let me know.
I like it. I like that.
It's
Does that
gross.
feel good to get it out,
does.
though?
Yeah, it really does.
This one, my sweeping statement came from a time, it was actually a long time ago, the last time I sang karaoke.
Yeah.
And I love that. I used to love it more when I drank.
I was going to say, we had a really great night singing karaoke in New York City one night together.
Yes, I know. Neither of us can barely remember it. But karaoke, I think, is more fun when you're lit,
Absolutely.
as you say. But I think that if you can sing, or if you're a singer, even if you just can sing, if you know you've got a good voice, you should not sing karaoke with your friends.
Ooh.
Because it's like, eventually, it's great to start with, and then eventually your friends are saying, oh, God, when is she going to sit down so that I can sing Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer? And you're up there singing Celine Dion, note perfect.
I fully agree with this because the fun of karaoke is being shit.
Correct.
But also,
and being cheesy.
You're a good singer, though, so I don't know where you're on, like, the borderline there.
No, I'm not that good.
No, but I know you say that, but you actually are.
Well, look, the jury's out there. I'll never sing karaoke
Good sweeping
again.
statement, though.
Thank
Strong.
you. And also, I haven't been, drunk in 3 years,
Yeah,
so my
so you're
karaoke
sweet.
days are over.
Swan's sweeping statements.
Me and Jack have already weighed in. Let's go straight to you. Brilliant. What a name. Hi.
Hi.
What is your sweeping statement?
My sweeping statement is that most people who say that they're fans of Taylor Swift are actually just on the bandwagon. She's like really popular right now.
Yeah.
So, like Chrissie Swan.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm not talking about you. But you did get the lyric wrong just now, though. When you said he looks pretty like the devil. She's actually saying he looks up grinning like the devil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lyric that most people get wrong. I actually just learned that recently. I'm not too big of a fan myself, but I feel like a lot of people say that they're big fans.
Brilliant. What's
they're
the
not really.
cut-off year, do you reckon, for like bandwagon versus real? Because, look, I tend to agree. I've always liked Taylor Swift, but it's really over the last 3 years.
I know. I think just with the Eras tour right now, everybody who had like a slight interest in her is saying, "Oh, I love her so much," when they didn't really care for her.
Yes.
When she was like in her, when like she had that feud with Kanye West.
Yeah, great. I mean, look, we're not gonna argue with it. That is your sweeping statement, and it is true.
Priceline voucher for you. Brilliant. Let's go to Rachel.
I didn't know about that lyric though.
Yeah,
I prefer mine.
I prefer yours too, but it is. He looks up grinning like a devil. Rachel.
Hey guys,
What is
my
it?
statement is coffee is way better in a takeaway cup even when sitting in a cafe.
Absolutely.
100%,
Spot on.
Rachel. And
Agree with me.
when you first started asking for that, did people look at you funny, but now they're getting more used to it?
People still look at you funny, but we don't care. My husband and I do it every time we go to coffee.
Yeah. I always like to have it in a takeaway coffee because I never know when I've got to go.
Yes, and I've got a toddler, so it's perfect.
Exactly.
And carrying around a keep cup, I know this is bad to say, is annoying.
And you've got to wash it.
Yeah, gross.
No, and you never wash it, and it stinks. You open it up, and there's this weird slime inside.
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Philip, I can't wait to hear yours. What's yours?
I've got to say Australia has the best hot chips in the world.
Huge call.
That is huge. Where in the world have you eaten hot chips?
I've got to say I travelled through Europe and Asia. Australia's got the best hot chips, and America. We've got the best.
Yes, I look. I tend to agree. Not that I've never been to Europe, but I was disappointed with the chip game in America.
Yeah, same here.
Where specifically? Now you can give a shout out to somebody. Where are your favourite hot chips in Australia?
It's got to be my local fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
But I've got to say everywhere in Australia is much better than overseas.
That's great. We're thrilled with that.
And America would hate to hear that. Like, I know Americans would love to think they've got the best, but they just don't.
And I think the French would also get upset because I believe that's where they came from.
True.
Le pomme frite.
Chanel.
Hi.
Hi, what is your sweeping statement?
I think the Barbie movie is one of the most stupidest movies I've ever seen.
Well, what is it about it that offends you so, Chanel?
I didn't find it offensive. I just find it so childish and so unnecessary. And I was with my 14-year-old daughter and my 19-year-old son, and he had his 20-year-old girlfriend. We wanted to walk out after 10 minutes. We're like, what is the point of this movie?
Really? What about the soundtrack, though? Good soundtrack, Chanel, am I right?
Oh, no.
No, we're not getting anything.
Chrissie's clickbait.
Selena Gomez has made a little bit of a boo-boo.
What's she done?
Well, you know, with that whole SAG strike that's going on, the Screen Actors Guild, every time I hear the word SAG, I just think of my own boobs.
As you rub them right now.
I really do. I just go, SAG.
Yeah.
And that's what, but it's not that. It's the Screen Actors Guild. And Selena Gomez has had to delete an Instagram post because she posted a black and white photograph of her on set of her show, Only Murders in the Building. And she's just, with the caption, missing and waiting on Only Murders Hulu, which is the network that it's on. Followers were very quick to remind her of the rules about the strike, which means that you cannot promote you can't promote your work in anything.
Or talk about it.
But
also, like, give the girl a break. Everyone jumping on, commenting, telling her. Like, her management will tell her, like, she'll work it out. Just chill.
You are still on strike, someone said. Delete it for your own good.
Shut up.
Another one said, girl, the SAG strike.
People
Anyone?
are so annoying.
I know, but she did delete it. And I think I would have too, because who wants to deal with that rubbish?
Also, her new song, Single Soon's a tune.
I like it.
I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it very much. Moving on to another headline which grabbed my attention. Am I the a-hole? This is a thread that I like to visit often.
Reddit is great.
Reddit is so good. And if you're wondering what the vibe is, people get on there with questions about their own behaviour and ask the broader community, am I in the wrong here, essentially? Is there something wrong with me or am I right?
And you get to get a vibe check from randoms that you don't know.
Exactly. And it very rarely works out very well for the person, for the OP, original poster. Am I the beep for asking my wife to clean up before she eats dinner? Now, I really want to set this scene for you. Settle in and listen to this whole thing. My wife and I split chores pretty evenly. I maybe cook a little bit more as I work from home. Fair. We have a deal that if you don't cook, you clean up afterwards. That is in most houses.
It's a common thing, yeah.
Yeah, the cook doesn't clean and vice versa. We have an open plan kitchen living space and I can't eat if the kitchen is messy. It grosses me out looking at the mess and puts me off my food. I have asked her to clean up before she eats, but she refuses and says she'll do it after. She does always do it after, but that isn't the point. I would prefer it done before we eat. I just want to discuss that for a minute.
Okay.
There is no way you can plate up a meal and leave it on the bench and then clean up a whole kitchen and come back to the meal and have it still warm.
I can if you clean as you cook. Like if you're cleaning a bit as you go, you can. I do it because and I'm not playing into the gender stereotypes here because it sounds like it, but I get it from what this guy's saying. I'm a neat freak myself, and I'm like the same with my TV remote. When we're sitting on the couch watching TV,
yes.
I need the remote where it belongs and the cushion's chopped. Same with the kitchen. I hate sitting down and you're looking up at the mess when you can't just chill out and relax and enjoy your meal. So I get it.
I refer to the next point.
Okay.
She says I should tidy as I go along, as she does.
Yep.
She does tidy as she goes along, but obviously there's a few dishes left over or whatever. So there's less mess at the end, but I think that goes against the rule of cooks don't clean.
I just think...
I've started to refuse to cook and she's annoyed at me. Can I tell you?
Here we go. The glasses are off. The Specsavers are off.
I would be so ropeable about this. I would be so ropeable at the inflexibility. I would have to move out. That would be it. He would finish that conversation with me and I'd go, is that it? There's no way forward here. I have to clean the entire kitchen before I'm allowed to eat the meal I made. Is that what you're saying? Okay, then. I'm calling a removalist. I really would.
Yeah.
That is unfair.
I think, yeah.
It's unfair.
I mean, I do it, but I'm just really clean and I like to be like that. But they're headed for divorce court.
How did we ever live together for that whole 3 weeks in Sydney? Very nicely.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, you were in the kitchen a lot cleaning though.
Yeah, I like cleaning though.
It's true. It's Chrissie's Swan Show on Nova. We'll be back tomorrow.
And let's just remember, it is double donation day. It is the final day to get behind Swanee in her Fred's Big Run mission. Go to the link in our Instagram bio, donate what you can, and it will be doubled.
Thank you.
Bye.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.